Thank you so much, Andrea. So our last talk for the morning before we go to the panel discussion is Dr. Masahiro Tsuboi, author of the DORA trial and many other great initiatives. He's going to talk to us about cooperative group surgical trials in early-stage non-small cell lung cancer. Dr. Tsuboi, thank you.
Good morning. Thank you very much for inviting me for this exciting conference. It's great my honor to have a chance to speak here. So this is my disclosures. So this slide shows my topics. I asked Dr. Spicer what I should talk about this, and here is the answer. So I got it back. Unfortunately, I cannot prepare for study design slide on the survival curve slide. Not prepared. So actually, I would like to introduce Japanese experience with the JCOG WGOG trial. First of the topic is a successful trial for a small size peripheral non-small cell lung cancer. Before following the randomized trial, we conducted a JCOG 0201, which was an observational study on nodal negative tumor with a small size 3 centimeter or less to qualify the target before the following prospective trials. The aim of the JCOG 0201 study was to predict pathological non-invasive lung cancer by the imaging findings based on the section CT and the clinical factors. The result was reported in JTO 2011. As a hypothesis for this observation study, we focus on the consolidation to tumor ratio, CT ratio. In our concept, the most useful factor for the predict pathological invasive cancer was the ratio of the maximum tumor diameter, including a GGO component to the consolidation. Unfortunately, we would like to we cannot demonstrate to meet the estimated specificity primary endpoint. However, in the exploratory analysis, finally, CT ratio less than 25% in lung cancer adenocarcinoma 2 cm or less in the size in the specified for the specificity were more than 97%. Based on these results, we defined non-invasive adenocarcinoma on the image as a tumor size 2 cm or less, CT ratio 0.25 or less. And then non-invasive cancer was studied as a JCOG 0804, WGOG 4506L, and invasive cancer was studied was JCOG 0802 and WGOG 4507L. After that, 5 years later, a prognostic analysis was also conducted in a JCOG 001 study. From the point of view patient prognosis, it found that the patient having tumor was a CT ratio of 50% or less showed a better prognosis. The prognosis are good even the tumor size was 2 to 3 centimeter, and the useful segmentectomy for the tumor, this tumor need to demonstrate in the prospective study, so-called JCOG 1211 study. According to the previous study, we conducted 3 prospective studies as shown in this slide, using a 2 border of the CT ratio and the tumor size in the, to define the tumor study subject. Because of the randomized criterion of the, changed from a CT ratio 0.25 to 0.25 to the 0.5 during the study, in the middle of the 02 study, the overlap part of the 1211 study was excluded. Thus, in the 0802 study, 162 patients, 12.3% tumor having CT ratio of 0.5 or less. So some patients is overlap in this study. JCOG was initially studied with 32 facilities. It was eventually expanded to 52 facilities to include in cooperating facilities with good candidate registers from the WJOG participant facilities. Finally, Study 0802 was published in the JTCVS, Study 0802 in Lancet, and Study 1211 in Lancet Respiratory Medicine. Results were cited in the Japanese lung cancer practice guideline. What is always a problem? I would like to use a story from the three perspectives. So, idea, organization, and funds. Hearing that there would be no input at the JCOG meeting in 2009, Professor Okada and Suzuki and myself launched to the Thoracic Surgeons Academy, usually called the JET. Japan has the JET means so. Japan has his us under the Hassan. With the aim of bringing together to young thoracic surgeons between the age of the 13 to 40 and giving a shape to their ideas. This meeting is an opportunity to learn about a wide range of the clinical trial by the bringing idea to brush up over the weekend. And inviting expert clinical statistician to design understanding to the statistics, and inviting the medical oncologists and others to talk about current topics of the lung cancer. So young members are divided into the East and West Army, and have a web meeting on the irregular based on the discussed to the topic in the so more deep depths. Member as replace it every three years to maintain freshness. Once the concept is finalized, it will be proposed as JCOG or WJOG. Based on the JCOG, which was does not require receive the funding in the priority target for the proposal. Recently, both JCOG and WJ has their own subcommittee where they discuss the appropriateness of the conducting the trials. Sometimes, when a senior surgeons make a no-go decision, we have to reconsider the proposal even in a JET. Compared to the days when I used to make a proposal out of the blue at the JCOG meeting, I believe that I am now able to get younger members to accept their proposal more efficiently. The slide shows the funding of the JCOG will be described. Basically, JCOG is located in the National Cancer Center Hospital. Therefore, the representative in the chair in the hospital is Dr. OA. It is divided into the 16 organ-specific subgroups. Only the lung cancer area is divided in the surgery committee, surgical group, and the medical oncologist group. All organs are represented by 189 hospitals and 791 sites. This slide shows the study process and the role of each committee. Once a capsule summary is approved, protocol concept and approved, and the full protocol concept approved are required to the beginning registration. So it takes a minimum of 6 months, and most routinely 10 months to start the trial. This slide shows indicating the funding source of JCOG. The basically operated in the public research funding, so-called National Cancer Center Research and Developing Fund. So since that is not enough, we got to the AMED, so Japan Agency for Medical Research and Development, a competing public research fund to support the finances of the JCOG trial. But unfortunately, JCOG is so basically competitive public funding. So usually it's not too competitive for other groups. In idea is good. The priority is conducted to that trial JCOG in terms of the not having worthily about the fund. However, basically phase 3 trial studies and the validation study, phase 2 study and validation study which are not conducted by the pharmaceutical companies are the main focus. So small phase 2 study and observational study are not accepted. In contrast, WJOG, a non-profit organization, and it is founded by the research fund and competitive research grant from the pharmaceutical companies. So it is handling to the conducted trials of surgical procedures. This slide shows the distribution of modality used in the study. You can see that the percentage of the surgery alone is higher in the JCOG compared to the cooperative group in the US and the ELTC. Sorry, this slide is very busy. Here is a list of the ongoing JCOG WJOG trial. Red line related to the surgical procedure, only surgical procedures. So main focus is segmented versus wedge resection. So you can see that so trials has been consistently up to the running since 2017. Let's move on to the next topic. John asked me how we should do in Canada. But unfortunately, I'm sorry, I cannot know that the current situation of thoracic surgeon and clinical trials in Canada. So, but in the process of cooperating clinical situation into the design of the clinical trial this is in place, then I don't see the problem with ideal criterion. If it is a single-arm trial where cases can be easily corrected among the peers, it may be possible to conduct in the youth university fund, etc. Based on my experience, I would like to say that it is important criteria follow the flow of the young surgeon who gather their wisdom and help each other to launch clinical trials. Trials of surgical procedure is for often time consuming. So we can looking for the ability of the maintenance motivation for the long term. Let's move on to the next topic, how to develop the global trials in thoracic surgery. It would be better to conduct a global trial to save the lung cancer participants around the world. In fact, looking at the evidence of the sublobar resection, the impact higher for the CLGB Alliance trial in 3 countries than the for JCOG WJOG trial in only a single countries. Regarding organization, there are 2 main ways to do this. It is better to conduct corrected and message and manage data in the one place if possible. Regarding the funds, keep trying until we get it. Incidentally, in the case of the preoperative treatment of the other clinical cancer drugs and this generation of the unapproved drug and the approved drug changed. Before BR31, durvalumab adjuvant can be conducted a CTCG-related study in Canada. but in Japan, it is mostly conducted as JGCP compliant investigator-initiated trial, which required the involvement in the CRO. Finally, I would like to put out of the summary of this slide, as John is slide has agreed. Keywords are passion, environment, and the timing. Keep your antennas above your life work. Make suggestions before anyone else done, and whether or not you are target to public funding. Think about unmet needs. Always keep in mind in get public research and funding for patients. Value human connection. So actually, I'm always helped by my friends and my colleagues. So please make a networking in this conference. Thank you for your kind attention.